What's going on, you Stallions and Stallionettes? AK40 Kevin here in the gamer heaven. You might have an issue with your Viper Mini from Razer, whether your buttons are squeaking or the scroll wheel is not working or something like that. I'm going to walk you guys step by step on how to disassemble this bad boy, or maybe you just want to customize it and you're going to need to take this thing completely apart. Now, this is a portion of a full build, a custom one-off build that I did here on the channel. These two videos are uploaded together, so if you just want the disassembly, this is the video that you want. However, if you want the disassembly and then full customization of this, that video will be linked in the description below. Let's get this thing. Now, you do not need to remove the stock skates on a Viper Mini to disassemble it, unlike many of the other Razer mice out there, like the Viper Ultimate. I am removing them because I want to paint the entire bottom shell here, so follow along if you guys want to remove these skates. Now, I want to reuse the stock skates for two reasons. One, I'm cheap and I'd like to spend my money on things like games, parts for controller builds and PC builds, and other stuff like that. Two, Razer stock skates are incredibly good, especially these white ones that they've been putting on some of their more premium models here recently. Literally, these are the same performance as aftermarket skate companies like G-Skates. So why would I want to pay to upgrade when these already have phenomenal skates on them? So we're going to do our best to preserve the integrity of these stock skates here, so we're going to be very careful removing them. They are stuck on there with some pretty good adhesive. There are a couple of ways that you can make this removal a little bit easier, because if you guys watch the video, the disassembly or teardown customization video of the Razer Viper Ultimate, we reused those skates, but they weren't in great condition because when you take off these skates, they break into two pieces. There's this top part right here, which is obviously the slick surface. There's kind of a riser slash spacer that adds a little bit of thickness, so it's up off the mouse pad a little bit more. And then that also works as an adhesive layer as well. So we're going to try and keep those together. I would recommend getting a heat gun. We'll have that linked in the description below. They're under $10 on Amazon. But again, you know, if you're trying to cut costs or do this build on the cheap, hey, right on to you. What you can do is take a hairdryer, steal it from your sister, your mom, or your girlfriend or something. She doesn't have to know what you're doing with it. Turn it on its highest setting and its hottest setting. Heat up the adhesive on these skates here. It's going to make the glue or adhesive in there a little bit weaker. Then you're going to take a blade or your fingernail and just peel up on the sides, and these should tear right off. Let's do it now. Right, we're going to put this on its high setting. We're going to try not to scald our fingertips off. Keep it about 6 inches. Yeah, 6 inches, ladies. That should get the job done. Away from this bad boy and just go back and forth. Do not keep it still for longer than a few seconds or it will actually burn through the plastic and damage your mouse. Make sure it's not touching my desk. Ooh, yeah, that bad girl's hot. Oh, yeah, that helped a lot, boys. Get your fingernail up underneath that. There we go. Come on, give it to daddy. Yeah, baby girl. Woo, we did it. So that's not how they came off on the Viper Ultimate. That took off the entire thing, which is awesome. That was the trick, is the last time we didn't use a heat gun, and the damn stock skates busted into two parts. We don't want that. No siree, Bob. That ain't my job. All right, so we want to place these carefully with the adhesive side up on your desk because we are going to reuse these. You don't want to keep touching them any more than you have to because we are trying to keep, you know, maximum stickiness on the bottom there, boys. You need to remove this sticker here. It does have your serial number, model number, and some other stuff on there. Made in Thailand. Very nice, very nice. Now, I'm sure removing the sticker voids your warranty. That's almost a guarantee, but this is my personal device. I'm not returning it or anything. Obviously, I'm customizing it, so this is coming up pretty easily, but if it isn't, again, heat gun or hairdryer, boys, gets the job done every time. And I'm actually going to keep the sticker because I want to kind of give it that factory look. So even though I'm going to paint this bottom part here, you know, you're going to see this, whatever color I select, I think it's going to be blood red, is going to bleed through there, but I still want to keep like a very OEM factory look to where it looks like this could almost be like a limited edition or something from Razer. So you have 3 Phillips head screws in there, pretty small. I will have linked in the description below the toolkit that I use. Let's go ahead and open up my tool drawer here. In case you guys are new to the channel, I do build custom controllers, pictures on screen here of some of my projects. And I do keyboards, mice, headsets, stuff like that as well. So I do a lot of tutorials like that on this channel. If that kind of interests you, go ahead and tallywhack that subscribe button and give a mollywop into that notification bell as well. All right, so this toolkit I think was about $10, and it comes with a whole bunch of stuff if you are going to be customizing Things like controllers, like Xbox controllers that have T6 and T8 screws. It also has a shell popper for getting controller shells popped apart and stuff. So it's very beneficial to have for sure. Now that we got those screws removed, am I recording? Is it recording? Oh man, I got trust issues like Drake. All right, so with the, you don't want to lose these screws here. For me, it's not a huge deal because, you know, building controllers, I have a pack of these screws, but the average person probably does not. So these are kind of proprietary to your project here. So we're going to pop out this pry tool here, maybe this pick as well. The Viper Mini is actually kind of a fickle girl to get apart, especially the first time that you take it apart. It's just like an Xbox or PS4 controller. The first time you disassemble it is always the most difficult. Okay, we just broke it. No, I'm just kidding. We popped a clip. There's some body clips in there. Oh, that wasn't that hard. Easy day, boys. Easy day. The inside of the top shell, you have a transparent deck right here, which is going to let the light bleed through for your RGB. You also have an interesting little mechanism right there for the DPI switch. Cool. So getting that back shell off like that, there's these two white prongs right here that you're going to press through these holes right here, and that's going to allow you to pop it through. All right, we're going to go ahead and remove these 3 Phillips head screws, 2 up here and 1 down there to get the chip out. All right, you also have to remove these 2 long screws for the side button modules. That's what actuates your side buttons on there. These are a different size. They're really long. So far we've taken off 3 different sizes of screws, so I'm keeping them all separate. Now the board can be lifted out like that. We're going to go ahead and unplug the cable here. Don't yank it from the wires. Lift it up from the plastic so you don't damage it. So these 2 slats right there, you need to push those with a screwdriver because there's these 2 little lock-in prongs right there that snap it into place, and you can't just pull it out like that. So we are going to paint the scroll wheel as well. So you just pull that out to the side like that. Now, we are going to mask this off because you don't want to get any paint on these actual stems right here, these prongs, because that paint will actually add thickness, a couple of, you know, millimeters or whatever thickness. But what that does is it'll make it to where your scroll wheel either won't work at all or it'll feel really, it won't have distinct steps anymore. So you don't want that. So we're just going to go ahead and tape over those. We're going to go ahead and remove the rubber band here. We're going to keep that black, but we're going to paint this. Alrighty guys, hopefully that disassembly video was beneficial for you guys. If it was, added a little value to your life, go ahead and shove a thumb up. That helps this video to get seen by more people, so this information can help others. And if you loved the video, go ahead and subscribe so you're aware of new custom controller build videos in the near future. See you guys.